La Jolla Country Day, within the bounds of its 24 acres, really ends up being the best of classic small-town America. On the one hand, we've got an incredibly well-wired campus and facilities, but once students as well as faculty step inside these bounds, it's the relationships among the people and across the ages that truly matter. And in that, we have sort of all of the richness of relationships that small towns enjoy, that ability to watch young children grow up in an environment of incredibly cosmopolitan, well-trained, well-educated faculty as well as parents who've built a community around the safe and nurturing rearing of children and allowing those boys and girls to become the young men and women they're destined to be. So what happens when you take a world-class faculty, international training, and the best of education, put them together with an incredibly talented, diverse student body, and place them in first-rate, state-of-the-art facilities? I'll tell you what happens, the magic that makes La Jolla Country Day what it is.
We are all trying to become educated and finding a love of education through this school, and I think that's something everybody has in common, and it really brings us together because we're all striving for the same thing.
Lifelong learning. There is no better journey. At La Jolla Country Day School, we encourage and cultivate that genuine thirst for knowledge. The development of the scholar is a crucial part of the Country Day vision of the complete student. Under the instruction of our outstanding teachers, students refine the skills of questioning, critical thinking, and effective communication. Beyond the excellence of our test scores and national standing, Country Day engenders in its students a true appreciation for the value of learning and the love of knowledge.
Country Day has prepared me in so many ways that will add not only to my college experience, but to my life experiences. I've learned how to listen, I've learned how to talk, I've learned how to write, I've learned languages, I've learned history, I've learned science. And in each of those subjects, you have the best faculty. Not only are they there to help you, they're there to care for you. They want you to succeed, and they will do everything in their power to get you to your goal.
Having visited the top universities as of recently, I've really come to realize how prepared I am for the next level. I mean, there's been Country Day students to tour me at all these schools, and they all told me at first they were intimidated, but they realized that they were just as prepared as everyone else. And I think that really credits Country Day's educational preparation, social preparation, and time management preparation. And I feel very, very comfortable with leaving and going to start a whole new life.
One is, I think, in probably a bigger school, you get pegged in one category. You are a jock, you are an academic nerd possibly, you are a fuzzy creative type. And here at Country Day, the kids actually straddle a number of groups. You have the jocks who are singing, and you have the painters who are playing soccer. And it's a wonderful thing, and I think it's important, number one, because the kids are able to develop a number of their own dimensions. And I think the more things you learn to have passions about, the happier person you're going to be.
There's lots of interaction time during class periods, which is something I love. I love to get the kids involved and make sure that they're answering my questions rather than me just giving them straight sort of lecture time. And having the smaller class size, having the kids feel like they're comfortable speaking with each other in class, having themselves feel comfortable in a group that's as small as 15 or fewer, is just a fantastic setting for that.
We're very committed to teach them proficiency in the language. So we have high expectations, and the kids rise to it, and the teachers are always demanding a lot from them, and we have all the tools that we need, especially with the new language lab, and which is great. It allows us to teach individually to each child.
Our aspirational vision is to be more inclusive globally, to offer opportunities on this campus that cannot be found elsewhere.
May the road rise I can't wait to show you the Visual Arts and Science Center. Let's go.
Shape, sound, light, color, motion, perspective, rhythm, space. In the same way that art can take many forms, the expression of the arts has a great deal of variety at La Jolla Country Day School.
We have an artist community. We have a feeling, a culture of the arts on this campus.
Everyone, this is a direct repeat. Nothing changes. You go back to exactly
As an arts faculty member, it's important that you don't stagnate in your talent and in your craft, and you need to keep growing as a performer or as an educator. They kind of work together hand in hand, and that's why the emphasis that Country Day has on supporting both sides and both aspects gave me that little extra push to make me go, yes, this is the support I need, because if I want to be there for my kids and I want to be there for my students in the best way possible, it's best if I can also bridge it through experiences from the outside and keep growing as a performer. That will help me to grow as an educator as well.
I can't draw very well, I can't paint, I can't act, but there's still a lot of arts I can do. Right now I'm in photography, which is maybe my favorite class this year. It's really difficult, but it teaches you a lot about art, and it shows, I can be involved in the artist community even though maybe talents aren't quite there.
The Performing and Visual Arts Department allows students to unleash their creative energies through a variety of artistic interpretations and media.
A dedicated dance studio. How many schools have that? We have a theater manager. We go beyond what most schools have.
Middle schoolers are in band. They have to choose an instrument. So my daughter has chosen percussion. Now, she's had piano before, but now we have a drum set and a set of bells, which I guess we used to call xylophone.
The Country Day Arts Alliance support the arts with volunteer work and a lot of hard work.
Fall soft upon your fields, and until we meet.
What I love about the arts at Country Day is that I'm a part of the choir, madrigals, and about our recent performance with the Alzheimer's Association. So it's really great knowing that you just don't perform here at school, but you also perform outside and part of the community.
At Country Day, the opportunity for participation in a wide variety of athletic activities is a vital part of each student's educational experience.
And we believe that young people need to be active every day, just like they need to be creative every day, and like they need to be scholarly every day.
One of the great things here in the athletics department is that the coaches are also our teachers.
And great coaching is nothing but great teaching. So those two things go hand in hand.
Yes. Very well done. Relax. Nice.
I have a lot of the same students, particularly in calculus, who are also on the playing field with me on the baseball field. And these kids I actually have had for 3 years on the ball field in one way or another, and now I'm seeing them for the first time in the classroom. And immediately when I step into that classroom, we've already got a real strong relationship. And now I get to see what they're capable of in the classroom. And inevitably, they want to impress me.
I've loved sports here at Country Day. I'm not the best athlete myself, but they've been really fun, and we have a no-cut policy, so that's really great for some of us that aren't all that great when it comes to sports.
Basketball has been my love for as long as I can remember, and freshman and sophomore year I was convinced that I wanted to play basketball in college. Then after sophomore year I had a lot of success kicking for football. And that kind of just changed my direction completely.
And now he orally accepted an offer from Stanford to kick at Stanford, a Pac-10 school, Division I and all that. And the reason why Country Day is important in that process is because Country Day encourages these kids to try everything. You're not going to get cut. Nobody's going to laugh at you. Go try. He did, and he succeeded.
Everybody does a sport, so it's almost, you know, a uniting thing in the community. It's like, what sport do you play? And everybody goes to each other's games. It gets everybody really involved.
One of the things that I counsel our new students on when they come to Country Day is that they need to realize that on game day, Coach Hutzler is fired up. You know, I want to win that game. We're prepared. We're ready to go. On test day, your history teacher is fired up. That's like game day to him. He has prepared you. He's written the test. You've taken your notes, and they're ready to go.
Our cross-country team has won countless CIF championships in a row. We have a good football team. I mean, all of our and the great part is we have so many different sports opportunities. We have ultimate frisbee, which I played last year, which was so much fun. We have basketball, soccer, all the sports you can think of, they provide them here.
At Country Day, character really counts.
Integrity, compassion, empathy, and self-sacrifice. Can you teach character? At Country Day, we believe that we can. The moral and ethical tone of the school is maintained by a commitment to the 6 pillars of character: trustworthiness, respect, responsibility, fairness, caring, and citizenship.
Within those 6 pillars of character, throughout your whole career in this school, they keep being reintroduced and redeveloped to your age group, to you, and they make sense as a person to try to abide by them. And they've all taught me how much I respect fairness and justice and how much I want the right thing to always happen.
That our kids are very much focused on being good people. And if there's one thing you ask of kids, they're going to make mistakes. We understand that. That's why we're here as educators, to help them correct those mistakes. But they are interested in being good people. And if we can ask them to leave here with that attitude, we've definitely fulfilled our mission statement.
We will have the children compare and contrast literature characters to the 6 pillars of character. We will talk about playground dilemmas or playground issues or classroom issues and how do those relate to the 6 pillars of character. We use that vocabulary every day in class. The children use that vocabulary every day in class because you have that constant modeling day after day after day, grade level, grade level, grade level. Just as you would teach them to read and they begin to comprehend at a concrete level and then are able to move to a more abstract level, they do the same thing with character building. It's concrete at first, and then after you are involved with the vocabulary and the experience and the conversations, you move to those higher levels of character.
Character side really is what makes this place unique. And it's not just lip service, it's not just words that we put up on a bulletin board about responsibility and respect, and it's something that we live. Because we have small groups, small classes, and that those teachable moments come up all the time, and you can stop and really talk about character and really help the kids to understand about the choices they're making and the effects that those choices have.
And talking about what we need to do when a glitch happens, because a glitch will happen. Children need to practice being of character in order to be of character.
If you look at the mission statement of the school, it talks about scholar, artist, and athlete, and the importance of building character throughout all of this. And so really looking at young people much more holistically, much more completely than just sheer academic credentials. I mean, they're here to gain a first-class education, and they do. You look at the graduation rate, you look at the colleges and universities they're attending, but it's also looking at the whole child.
In athletics, I've always been so impressed with how much time the coaches spend talking about character and how to play with class and how to be a person of character.
I think a lot of our kids would identify that what makes Country Day special is our commitment to service and to helping and to doing and thinking responsibly.
Good character is anchored in our respect for our community and our sense of responsibility to each other.